This is a video about how to remove and potentially replace the keyboard on a Lenovo Thinkpad T61 computer. So first what you need to do is turn it over and remove the battery. Alright, now the battery is removed, you can start working on the computer. So what you need to do is you need to spot the screws that have a keyboard next to them. And there's one here, one here, one here, one here, and another one here. Now these bottom four here are for removing the palm rest, and this last one is to get the keyboard free. So I've already loosened them up a little bit, so let's turn the computer over. Alright, now that the screws on the back are removed, we can take the palm rest off. To do that, there's two little tabs on the side that you can feel poking out a little bit. They're just raised plastic, so get a hold of those and pull it apart, and then bring it up away from the computer. And if you want to work on the trackpad or the touchpad, which I never use so I wouldn't, but if you ever did, you can pull on this tab here and it'll disconnect the whole palm rest. So we'll put that to the side. Now for the keyboard, pretty simple. Now that you got the screw removed, it should come right off. And just like that trackpad, the keyboard is attached. So what we can do is this little corner here doesn't really have any wires in it, but the purpose is so you can grab the tab and pull up. So when it's attached, you grab this tab, pull up, and it disconnects. And I'll give you a little close-up of what the connector looks like. So that is what the little connector looks like up close. I'll turn it around so you can see the tab a little better. That's what that tab will look like. Now what I did to necessitate taking my keyboard off was I was in a meeting and I spilled a Coke on my keyboard. So my backspace and enter keys are really sticky. So what I've done is I've grabbed a bottle of isopropyl alcohol. This is 91%. And I'm just going to use it to clean off the keys. I'll spill it pretty much where I spilled my Coke. Flip it on upside down, mash the keys. Then do it again. And then with the stuff on the surface, I'm just going to take a rag and wipe it off. And on the back as well. Sides, get all the junk off. Alright, and then what you can do is use like a can of air to spray it out. I have an air compressor, so I'm just going to use the gun to my compressor and have it set to about 40 psi and I'm going to spray it out. Then take whatever's left, which is nothing, and wipe it off with a rag. And they feel much better. They're back to the way they were when I first got the computer. When you put the keyboard back, you first want to put this little dealie back in its proper place. Just like that. Make sure you give it firm pressure to ensure that it's back where it belongs. Now what you want to do is insert this little tab and this little tab and this little metal piece down into the plastic on the computer. And sit the keyboard into place. Next, you want to worry about the palm rest and getting the touchpad little deal back into its place. Now in this case, the tab goes toward the top. Just give it firm pressure to make sure it goes back into place. Now we can place the palm rest back onto the computer. Just sit it in gently, and then pop the bottom on. Then turn it over and put the screws back where they belong. Then screw them back in, finger tight. Then you can put your battery back in. Lock it up, and you're ready to go.